Alright, I just want to explain a little what I'm doing here. So this side is going to be running up the block wall. So we're going with treated, touching the block wall here. Everything is on 16-inch centers. You can see I'm doing a door. Obviously these are not in their exact positions yet. I haven't nailed anything. And this is my door layout here. We're gonna have a man door on the back side here, going out backwards. So now I just need to go through and nail all these together and then put the top plate on. See if we can stand this thing up. We're down here at the bottom, and I'm counting windows. This is that little storage area that Liz and I cut out in the trees here to try to keep these things a little bit out of the weather. And I gotta count and see how many windows we got here, and then we have a couple more tucked back over there. So I'm counting and I'm measuring and I'm making a list because we're framing them in. So if anybody knows if that's, I've never framed windows in, but that's what they're saying the window measures, and it's a little bit smaller than what they're saying. So if anybody knows, let me know, because I've never framed a window in, so I'm going to frame it to their dimensions that they have on the side of that, and I believe that's going to be enough of a rough opening to get this thing in there.
We got our windows all measured out. These guys here, that's the windows we took out of the old house. They just sit in storage. So we're doing wall number 2 right now. Or I guess number 3. Number 2 wooden wall, the one that's going over here. How do you feel?
Feel good. Excited.
We forgot to set the camera up while we were putting it up, but we got this guy up.
Man, when I woke up this morning, it was cold. See, I got my sweatshirt on. It was like 44 degrees out. It's pretty cold for an August morning. It's a little nicer now, but what is really nice is we got some walls going. And that's a good sign with how that weather was this morning. We need to get this thing going. So we got a total of, well, I mean, 1 full back wall, and we've started on the other 2. We're building them in sections. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 littler sections that we've built these walls in. Let's take a look at this one here. I did a little overkill on my blocking. Blocking is recommended anything over 10 feet, 1 row. I did 2 rows. It acts as a fire blockade, and it also gives it a lot of support. So I'm good with it. We're doing the strip sheathing on the outside. That's on 2-foot centers. All the studs are on 16-foot centers, or 16-inch centers, excuse me. I'll show you what we got going on, what I meant about pieces. So let me take a look. So right here is a seam, right down that seam all the way. You can see the seam at the bottom here. And I'm just tying them in together all the way up and through. So that's one right here. This ended up being maybe 12 feet. This is our second one here. This is a 16 by 16 wall, pretty much square. I ran the treated all the way up against the wall, and the treated against the non-treated is my next seam. You can see I got a clamp up there. We're gonna tie all these walls together real good and square the whole building as one, rather than squaring each wall individually. So we gotta wait till we get every wall up and get the whole building square and tie it all together. When we're building them, I'm squaring them on the ground, so I know they're pretty close to square going up. They're gonna move a little bit just in the tip process, but as they're tipping, they're really close to square once we get them up there. So we've shifted each one just to make it close, and we're tacking them all together. And then we're gonna shift the whole building as one to square each wall and kind of do it that way. Over here, we got the next section that's gonna go on top of this block wall. Up here, you can see we got one up there yesterday. So this next one will sit just right next to that. What we ended up doing to fix our situation is we did just a double bottom plate. Now what that did is pick up that extra space where our wall was a little bit low, so now everything is perfectly smooth on the top. Alright guys, that's a wrap for today. I'm actually out of nails for the nail gun, so I need to run into town to get some more nails, re-up on some supplies. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please like it down below. It helps support me. Also, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do that and hit the bell for notifications. We're going to have a few more videos coming out here pretty soon with the rest of these walls going up. These are big walls, man. These are 16.5 feet tall. When we're going to get some trusses on here, these trusses up here are another 13 feet. So this building's going to be huge. You guys are going to want to see that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.